guys. So today, since it's election day, I want to read Duck for President. Running a farm is very hard work. At the end of each day, Farmer Brown is covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. He doesn't smell very good either. The animals have chores to do. Pigs clean under the beds, cows weed the garden, sheep sweep the barn, ducks take out the trash, mow the lawn, and grind the coffee beans. Do you all have chores like that? At the end of each day, the pigs are covered in lint bunnies, the cows are covered in weeds, and the sheep are covered in dust, and duck is covered in tiny bits of grass and espresso beans. Duck did not like to do chores. He did not like picking tiny bits of grass and espresso beans out of his feathers. Why is Farmer Brown in charge anyway, thought Duck. What we need is an election. So he made a sign and he hung it in the barn. Farmer Brown must go. Farm election tomorrow. The next morning, Farmer Brown found the poster on the front door, "Vote Duck for a kinder, gentler farm." He looks a little angry, doesn't he? So Farmer Brown was furious. He ran to the barn and he found the animals registering to vote. Voter registration, voters must live on the farm, show valid ID, and it be at least this tall. But the mice got together and protested the height requirement, so Duck crossed it off. On election day, each of the animals filled out a ballot and placed it in the box, and the vote was counted, and the results were posted on the barn wall. Farmer Brown 6, Duck 20. So Farmer Brown demanded a recount. One sticky ballot was found stuck to the bottom of a pig. The new tally was Farmer Brown 6 and Duck 21. The voters had spoken, and Duck was officially in charge. Running a farm is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seeds, sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. Running a farm is no fun at all, thought Duck. Vote for me. I'm a duck, not a politician. That night, Duck and his staff started working a Duck's campaign for governor. Duck left Farmer Brown in charge and hit the campaign trail. He visited small town diners. He marched in parades. He went to town meetings. He gave speeches that only other ducks could understand. And on election day, the voters filled out their ballots in booths all over the state. The vote was counted. The results were posted in the local paper. Look at those numbers. Duck wins by 1. The governor demanded a recount. 2 sticky ballots were found stuck on the bottom of a plate of pancakes. The new tally looks like the voters had spoken and Duck was officially in charge. Running the state's very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in hairspray, ink stains, scotch tape, fingerprints, mayonnaise, and coffee stains. He had a very bad headache. Running a state is no fun at all, thought Duck. That night, Duck and his staff started working on posters for his presidential election. A duck for a change. I like Duck. Duck making us proud again. Duck left his staff in charge and hit the campaign trail. He kissed babies in local diners. He rode in parades. He gave speeches that only other ducks could understand. He even played the saxophone on the late night television. And on election day, the voters filled out their ballots in booths all over the country. The vote was counted. The results were announced on CNN. The president demanded a recount. 10 sticky ballots were found stuck to the bottom of the vice president, and there was a new tally. The voters had spoken, and Duck was officially in charge. You'll see those numbers. Running a country is very hard work. At the end of each day, Duck was covered from head to toe in face powder, paper cuts, staples, security badges, Secret Service agents, and coffee stains. And he had a very bad headache. Running a country is no fun at all, thought Duck. Then he checked the help wanted ads. Duck needed. No experience necessary. Must be able to mow the lawn and grind the coffee beans. Duck left the vice president in charge and he headed back to the farm. At the end of each day, Farmer Brown is now covered from head to toe in hay, horsehair, seed sprouts, feathers, filth, mud, muck, and coffee stains. And as for Duck, he's working on his autobiography. So I want to read If I Had Your Vote by Cat in the Hat. If I had your vote, oh, the things I could do. Oh, the things I could do, and yes, a vote from you. If I had your vote, and if I were in charge, I would make a few changes from small and some large. If I had your vote and a fun staff, and not just a staff, but a staff and a half, I would have my fun staff fill the fridge with fun foods like hot dogs and cakes that would make fun filling moods. If I had your vote, I really prefer this office would be more ovaler. Thing 1 and thing 2 would know just what to do to square up this room for a new re-oval it through. If I had your vote, I would smile and sit very still for a very long while. The painters would paint me from morning till night to get every inch of my smiler just right. If I had your vote, I would sign all these bills with ink and a pen made from stick-up pine quills, and these bills would become laws, and those laws would, with some luck, would now and for always stay stickety-stuck. If I had your vote, I would be on TV with all those pointy things pointing at me. I would be in your house. You could all see my face. You could see my face even way out in space. If I had your vote, I would take all these books and sort them by smell and hook them by hooks so that all you would need is your nose, beak, and snout to sniff out a title and check a book out. I wonder what this kind of book is about. If I had your vote, I would paint this whole place, these cases, these vases, these boots and their laces, and all of these tall walls with their unfunny faces. But as for this room, I would leave it alone. That hat on his head looks a lot like my own. If I had your vote and these plates and old bowls for fun, I would put them on top of these poles and twirl them and swirl them around and around until they stop spinning and fall to the ground. But no need to panic or worry, you see. The new ones I pick will be perfect for me. If I had your vote, I would meet other leaders who happen, like me, to be quite messy eaters. And oh, how we would eat, and we would eat with our snorks and our flumes and our hands and our feet. If I had your vote, I would plant far more flowers and trim these high hedges for hours and hours. Then showers the flowers with water I take from the splishy and the splashy and the fishy-free lake. If I had your vote and some almost hatched eggs with shells up to top and the bottom half legs, those long-legged eggs would not be a batch of eggs you could catch before they all hatched. And if I had your vote, every night in the sky would look like it looks on the 4th of July. Kabooms of all colors like pink, blue, and red would spark up the dark in the sky overhead. And right at the end, I would send up a socket the size of a space shuttle rocket. Kaboom! The socket would soar and kaboom in the sky, then socks of all sizes would fall from up high. If I had your vote, I would hire a crew, a clean-it-all crew that would clean this house through. Thing 1 would wipe windows, thing 2 would scrub chairs, and little cat A would shampooize the stairs. Then little cat B, all the way to cat Z, would sweep every speckle and dirt they would see. With one final touch-up from little cat Q, the not-so-new house would look newer than new. If I had your vote, that is what I would do. This country would love me, I think. How about you? Thank you all so much for joining me today. Hope you all have a great week.